It's that real this time around. Immortal Technique, Revolutionary Volume 2. It's on now, motherfucker. Lock and load. This is the point of no return, I can never go back. Life without parole, upstate, shackled and trapped. Living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. But fuck that, I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far, there ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chamber full of Zyklon B. Just like the Spanish exterminating Tainos, raping the black and Indian women, creating Latinos. Motherfuckers made me out of self-righteous hatred, and now you got yourself a virus, stuck in the matrix. A suicide bomber, strapped and ready to blow. Lethal injection, strapped down, ready to go. Don't you understand? They'll never let me live out in peace. Concrete jungle, guerrilla war out in the streets. Nat Turner with the sickle, pitchfork and machete. The end of the world, motherfucker, you not ready.
Muffin 8! Get fucking Wall Street! Get shit this headache!
Then all decide to live in shadow, to face all the ages of this world alone.
Now I can focus my rage!
And all the world's fame and money, minds poisoned, locked away from light.
Get your love and light! I will business institutionalized, forced to procreate!
The recording process this time around for me was a lot different from our last release in that I didn't have to record 10.5 songs in a day and a half. I felt a lot more relaxed being able to track half the amount of songs at a local studio on the coast with a long-time friend of mine, Matt Shorter, who was able to capture my tone, I think, in a very good way. So I'm really stoked with how it's sounding. Technique vocally for me, I've tried to be more aware of the power and using it from the proper part of my body, which I wasn't aware of for so many years. I'm trying to be consciously aware of my pronunciation and being a lot more clearer through all the tracks and sections, which in turn has actually helped me gain confidence with my vocal range and learning how to compensate from an ongoing sinus injury I've had for a number of years now.
I quickly realised after recording the last time that there was something lacking in my voice, and that on the last CD basically I just sung the notes. There wasn't too much emotion in my singing. So all this time that I've been practicing singing, I've been learning how to infuse more personality and soul into even just the tone of my voice, and that's something that comes at the price of intense repetition. In the past we used the clean singing mainly just to have choruses that people would find catchy, but in a few of the songs on this CD we haven't had a clean singing chorus and rather used my vocals in that song somewhere else where they're unique to that one section of the song. Bolt Studios was an awesome place to track vocals. It had a very eastern vibe to it, very tranquil, somewhere where you just like to sit down and start meditating or just fall asleep. And so we were very comfortable, very at peace. I found that for me, just being in that environment, it helped my vocals warm up much quicker than they usually do, and I was able to sustain that warm point that my vocal cords get to for longer because I was just so comfortable, and having the scenery nice to look at. I don't know, it is a very, very nice place to do tracking.
We've tried with this release to actually incorporate a lot more layers vocally with what's happening and going on within the songs, where we've added BJ's voice tastefully, in my opinion, to certain sections, which has really brought that section of the song to life and actually made it a catchy thing to remember. Even for the first time, we've had Jake step in and record some clean vocals on a certain song, which has ended up being my favourite part of the entire release. So it's been something we've wanted to do for a while, and it feels now it's all happening for a reason without that sounding too cliche, and I'm really stoked. I'm really happy to have those boys on board and helping out vocally. I also feel now that the lyrics on this CD are a massive reflection through what we've been through and experienced within the past year, both personally within ourselves and within the band and what we've experienced together. It's brought us all a lot closer. For me personally, again, the last release, Hollow Thoughts of an Aimless Man, was a really dark part of me that I guess I could say I was ashamed to admit it, and putting it in its songs, it helped me release it, but it never really helped me come to terms with it. But I now know in myself that I can forgive myself for those times. I can forgive the people who were affecting me I let affect me, and write those negative songs that I don't really want to be a part of who I am anymore. This CD does shed a light on a lot of topics we are very passionate about as a band, both being positive and negative in their own regards.
The main themes of the EP revolve around the concept of spiritual enlightenment, perceiving beyond the physical, living from your heart space, and then looking back at the world and seeing corruption on a massive scale and just acknowledging that the answer lies within.